Hey everyone, my name is Martin and
I'm Shelley.
and we've been living down here on this place for a couple of years now. This is our cabin in the woods site. And the name of the channel is the Campfire Trail. And we have been talking about starting a 30-day series on moving back to the land. That will help answer the question for many of you that are asking the question, where do I start and how do I start and what do I do? And we started this project about a month and a half ago, and then as we got into it a little bit, it kind of grew, and it grew as I was getting ready to do videos. It seemed to make a lot of sense just to go ahead and publish a book, kind of a what would you call it, a companion book, I guess, to the video series, and we just got that done. So there it is. And so this will be available too. It's not necessary to have with the video series. The video series will be just fine. But if you want to get into a little bit further detail and have a place to take notes and stuff like that, the book is available. I'll put information down below in the description on how you can get that. And we do have a deal where we got some in advance that needed a little bit more editing. We're going to make those available for like $3 less than the normal price. So if that's something that's of interest to you, just go down to the description. You'll find the information there.
And I think there's probably more depth information in there than
there will be more depth in here.
Videos.
We're trying to keep the videos kind of short and concise, and so this does expand on that a little bit more.
Okay.
Anyway, so that's it. We're out here on our back deck enjoying the morning and a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
And we're going to start with day one. This is a 30-day series that actually the videos are going to come out about every other day. I think we're going to start on October 1st. No, I know we're going to start on October 1st. and then they'll come out every other day. So through October, they'll be on the odd number days. And then as it goes into November, I think it switches over to the even number days. But it'll be every other day you're going to get one. And it's a 30-day. Each day is going to have a challenge or a question or a series of questions for you to answer for yourself, because if we tried to just tell you, what we did down here, it really would be all about us and our dream and our plans and our goals. And that's not what we want to do. So what we're doing is asking questions and giving examples so that you can ask the questions of yourself and figure out what a game plan might be if you have a dream of someday going from wherever you're at back to a place in the woods, a homestead, a off-grid property, just a cabin in the woods like what we've got, or we did recreation properties for quite a long time and had a great time with that. And there's a lot of income that can be made on those too. So, but if you have something like that, if that's a dream of yours, then, just what I would recommend you do is subscribe if you haven't already to the channel here. Click the notification bell to all so that you get all the notifications, because the videos will come out real regular until they're done.
So I have a question for you.
Okay.
Do you think that it's okay for people to, how big of a size of land, because we're talking about going back
and we
to
we get into that land thing in the book, and we'll answer a lot of those questions. We'll give you details on how you can decide whether or not whatever size piece of land is going to be appropriate for you. One of the days is 1 acre enough? And
yeah.
You know what? We'll answer that question when we get to that day.
All right. Let's get started.
Okay, we're going to get started. Okay, so the very first day is going to be about, most people want to start out with, how do you do this? How do you start? How do you get land bought? How do you get financing if that's what you're going to do? How do you, start with livestock? How do you start with the garden? And, the biggest question, I've said this over and over in other videos and in teachings that we've done, the how is not the most important question. The most important question that you have to ask to start with is why. Why are you doing this? Because it can be a lot of work. It's a lot of commitment. And if you don't have a good, strong why, you're not going to have what it takes to push through the problems and the obstacles and all of that. So the big thing we got to talk about to start with is the why. Why are you doing this? Why is this something that's so strong inside of you that you want to, give up what you're doing and go make find a map to get back to the land. We're going to talk a lot about getting back to the land. And if you don't have a strong enough why, it doesn't matter how many hows you know how to do. It's that why is going to be the thing. It's the strength of your dream. It's the strength of your plans. It's really the strength of who you are and what you want to become and what you want your life to look like. And for us, we had quite a lot of whys we did this. The first one, probably the first biggest one, is we do have businesses, and we were running into some economics a couple of years ago that were really kind of scary. And I mean, they've not gotten better. We're filming this in the late part of 2023. And the economics of the country and the world, really, but the country is really in a shambles, and it's taking a toll on people. I mean, how do you feel about that? I mean, we watch our kids and we watch our friends and all of that.
Yeah, I really don't like it, but I knew that if I got on the land, I could support us and help take care of us a lot better, because we can grow gardens. We can do a lot of things out here. I mean, there's deer season.
She loves the deer season. I to me it's okay, but she had never had a chance to do much hunting as we're
and I mean you can
up,
provide for your family. I mean you can grab chickens and do chickens and livestock and everything. But the thing is that with me is when we decided, and here's a big point, you have to decide. And once you decide, then you will go. But we decided that we were going to do this, and we were out in a cabin, and we needed to get out of this cabin, and so our why was quickly, we had to get moving.
Yeah, we made the decision to do it, and then we had the deadline that started pressing up against us.
So,
and you'll see that in some of our videos. If you go back in there and look at the videos, you'll find our homeless challenge that we did, where we were going to be homeless if we didn't get this cabin far enough along where we could move into it. Another one of our whys is just the whole aspect of being self-sufficient or self-sufficiency. And to me, the self-sufficiency, we've gone through periods of our life where we weren't self-sufficient, where we relied on a job, we relied on a lot of different things to stay alive, and that never sat well with me, knowing that at any moment anything could just kind of cut us off and put us in a crisis mode in our lives. So becoming more self-sufficient was a big challenge, and so that was a motivating factor. That may be a motivating factor for you as well. Another reason why we that might be a good why for you is the lifestyle. I mean,
I love the tranquility, the peace.
Yeah.
I mean, we sit out there, my husband and I, and we do campfires, and I mean, it's so peaceful.
Where is this?
Yeah, and I'm telling you, the birds are singing, and it's just such a wonderful time that we can have together.
And we had, part of that lifestyle is we have 3 grandkids now, and they love their almost 3, almost 4 and 5. I guess they are.
They're 5, 3 and a half, and 2 and a half.
Okay, that's what they are. And they love coming to the woods. They all have their electronics and their stuff and their toys and the things that they play with that is the modern distractions for kids that age. And they really seem to get not a lot of exposure to just being out in nature. And when they come here, they get that. And we have a lot of fun with them. We let them, we take them for rides in the golf cart, and they get to take turns steering. And so the lifestyle is a big part of what we like to do too. We're in our 60s. We started this whole project as raw land, and it's been a challenge at our age. But to me, I'm living a wonderful lifestyle that I get to just really enjoy. And so, okay, Shelley went back inside for a minute and go do something out there back by the campfire, and but there's something that I guess you need to do, and as it relates to defining your dream, and that is to get yourself a notepad. I mean, you're going to use it for a lot of things during this whole 30-day back to the land, building a roadmap kind of a thing. And what you really need to do is you need to really talk about what is your dream about moving back to the land, what it consists of, what it looks like, what you really expect to see in your life, and how you expect to see your life kind of change and modify into this new lifestyle that you're dreaming about. So get yourself a notebook, write on the very first page of that, get it and describe what it is your dream is, and do it in as much detail as you possibly can.
And you know, the why of your dream, you need to step forward. You can't just get there unless your why for your dream is there. Marta and I had kept this dream for a long time, and we're finally doing it. We wish we would have done it a long time ago.
Yeah, and we'll go into, and in future, or in the chapters as they go in here, we'll talk a little bit about kind of where we started when we were first married and some of the things that we got into. So anyway, appreciate you watching the video.
Yeah.
Subscribe, hit the notification bell, and remember that you know, the information on the book will be down below, and there is a discount if you want. The deal is on the discount is that we pre-ordered some to get them here to make sure that we were actually going to have some here before we did.
It gets a little excited.
Yeah, before we end up doing the final editing on them. We did most of the editing, but we still found typos in there. So the ones that we have here available at our place will have some typos in there. The information is going to be exactly the same.
Yeah.
It's just you're going to see typos in there that you wouldn't see in the finalized version. So, but those will gain you $3 in savings if you want to do that.
Honey?
And yeah, so here's our thing. Here's to having an excellent adventure.
And may the stopping never start.
That's right. If you've enjoyed this video, give it a like and a share, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below and the notification bell. See you next time.